So now, and I know I've talked with Gary a lot about this. I've probably talked about it a few times on here and other things, but I know I've talked with Gary about this a lot. That they remember when they used to do Uber Connect before anything now, like, and then it went away for a long time, but it was only in the Bay Area, like the 2018 era, maybe.
I don't know about the 2018 era.
Okay, so like Uber Connect was there, and everybody was using it for dealing drugs. It got shut down almost immediately during the pilot program because there was actually a gang in Oakland who loved it. They just optimized it and said, dude, everybody gets to chill for a bit. We got this Uber Connect thing. And they were sending sneakers over to North Bay and into the city and stuff with cocaine and old shoes because they thought the old shoes would throw the smell off for dogs if anything happened, whatever. So these people are taking all these weird packages. Well, now it's coming back up, and there's this. I mean, there's tons of articles out, but I'm reading the NBC one that's what's that bag of white stuff? Some Uber drivers worry that they are drug mules, and they're talking about the Uber's courier service again, which is still Connect. I mean, it seems like after the pilot program failed because of drug dealing that they actually, I should have finished and said, they actually did an investigation and found out that like so much had been transported. So a lot of these had even been tracked and they weren't pulling the cars over because they were seeing if they were using it for a while before they actually busted down on everybody. And this whole gang had gone to just using Uber Connect, basically. They were just using the app to do all their work. You know, so it's like they were getting, let's say they're getting paid thousands of dollars. They're spending like $11 to have some guy take it for them.
I do wonder if they were tipping.
That would matter.
Going around,
they weren't getting tipped enough in the amount of stuff they were probably moving.
Well, but here's where
here's a tip for you.
Here's where the weirdness comes in. So I was reading through these articles, and I mean, there's a guy in Mesa, Arizona, who was driving for Uber last year and said his name is Kyle Brock, that he picked up a package from one motel to another at 1 a.m. Okay, well,
why is Uber Connect running at 1 a.m.?
That's a red flag already.
Right? He says the package was just a grocery bag with the most random and worthless stuff in it. There was a pen, some candy, and a box about the size of 2 decks of cards covered in excessive layers of duct tape.
Wait, how does he know all that? Like he was looking, like going.
He was handed like a see-through Safeway
like a shopping bag, like a Walmart bag.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I mean, like it was open.
Has anybody even in the chat does anybody do Uber Connect? Because I actually saw it. I'm like, no, I'm not doing this, and I've never done Uber Connect. So I'm just curious.
I've done it one time. One time.
How was it, John? We was moving.
I don't know. I didn't check the box. I didn't know what's in the box. And I'm glad I did open the box. But I looked at it was weird because it was my first time seeing that type of order. It said a Connect, and I just wanted to see what the experience was like. So they didn't tell me where I was going to pick it up or drop it off. So it was very much like an Uber ride. So I go to this house, I knock on the door, I get a package, I go to my car, then I accept it, and it says go drop it off. Luckily, I'm dropping it off at the post office. So
that doesn't.
At that point.
So let me ask you this: was it like sealed? Like
that only makes it a federal
like
crime.
A box?
Right.
It was like a sealed box.
It was a sealed box. So
it was not a shoe box either.
Are all the boxes sealed? So I'm thinking like these drivers are like.
I don't think all the boxes.
Isn't it against protocol to like open up the boxes? So how do they know what's inside of it?
Well, like here's another example. So in January. Chicago police impounded a Band-Aid box with suspected narcotics after an Uber Connect driver told an officer. So she went and showed an officer a Band-Aid box. So she went right into it, and she went to the police officer and said, "I think that this is crystal meth."
Oh,
I guess they jiggle the box. I don't want to know anything. But then again, who delivers a Band-Aid box to Uber Connect?
Why is she guessing what it is too?
Like, how does she know what it is?
Is she like a crystal meth master?
But I mean, the person who gave her the box. I mean, I'm not going to profile, but you're like,
Your
This
profile.
looks like I don't know how to deliver this.
I don't know. I'm like the
I just find
transporter. I don't need to know
but
what's
here's
in
what
it.
I find weird. Why'd she even or why was it even taken? Like it's from how I read that is like she's already sketched out. She's looking in it. Like why even accept it if you're going to be if you feel like you have to look through the bag, something's wrong.
Well, I think of this too. You know,
Some people
at
just
the
nosy.
moment, yeah, you get to that person that they look like this gang member or whoever dealer. It could be intimidating. You're like, okay,
Yeah,
you don't want to start a issue there. I mean, they're gonna have the issue down the line. I mean, once you see them snitching and pointing them in court, you know, nothing to the issue, but
yeah.
hey.
Just don't take them. I mean, just don't take
nowadays
those
I'm not going to do
orders.
any Uber Connect. It's too risky. I mean,
Yeah, you don't know what's going on. A lot of times they don't tell you what it is before you go pick it up. Like, why put ourselves in this position?
You go into a sketchy area, or you don't know where you're going. Like I said, when you get the order, so.
And then she was never heard from ever again.
But right, so this is what I'm looking into though on these articles that I've seen, because this was 2018 when this was coming up. This is 4 years later now, and the plan failed. So now they're bringing it back, and they're like, "Yeah, this is great." Well, now people are like, I mean, they're talking about like finding. One of the things was finding a box of tampons that was opened, and again, a piece of duct tape was slapped over it, and they ended up that all of them had been opened and all were full of cocaine.
Yeah, one time,
like,
this is packaging.
but I'm wondering if you're going to do Connect, how do you do it so you're safe? Because I can't find in any of the articles, Uber never. So whenever they ask Uber for comment, they're giving comment, but they're not locking themselves into anything. And they're saying, this is a problem we acknowledge. Okay, that's code. That's not even code. That's just BS.